cut some already, like that tree there, some up high. I'm holding this camera at about where the top of the tractor is, probably a foot higher than the tractor is, and you can see all this stuff I've got to get out of the way because the tractor can't dodge it. It's got to go middle or one side of this road. I got this bush right here already, and I'll come through with the tractor and push this big stuff out of the way. I've got to be over here spraying next week, but you can tell I don't know, probably got another 1/8 mile I can walk that way, more of the same. Mainly get it to where the tractor will get through here easy. Here's an overhead view looking down at the trail. We came in from the north going south on this little trail, showing how I grew up it is. It's not terrible, but it's just too bad for the tractor to get through without rubbing and scraping. And eventually all that would leave some pretty good scratches in the paint. Right here you can see it's kind of open down there. But right in this curve, there's a few low-hanging branches. It's no big deal, but just thought I'd show it as from the air, as we're on the ground, actually doing the work. We're about to come to the last stretch right here. And then we'll turn around and come back down the trail so we can see it from a different perspective. This leads into a big green food plot, and out in front of you, south, where the St. Francis and the Mississippi come together, or where the St. Francis comes into the Mississippi. And now we're turning around, of course, and going back. This shouldn't take but one afternoon to do all this, and then I'll come back with the Coyote 115 HX as I'm spraying the clover plots and push all this little bit of stuff out. And along the way, if anything happens to fail between clearings, I'll knock it out too. But other than that, we're gonna land here and get back on the ground and show the actual work. Yeah, most of this stuff will have to be got with a pole saw on these roads, but I'm gonna get what I can today. Using this 372 XP Husqvarna. I just traded a buddy of mine for it. Seems to run good. I don't know nothing about it. We'll find out. machine. But I got it notched pretty deep. Here's an overhead view of running the pole saw a little bit, trying to get some of these limbs out of the way. Had to zoom in on this. I had the drone hovering over the area, but it wasn't zoomed in good enough, so I had to zoom in. But anyhow, this shows pruning some of these limbs back out of the way, trying to get them down where I can deal with them on the ground. I know all this seems monotonous, at least it does to me, but it's got to be done. Otherwise, we have to bring a track hoe in and rake this stuff back. We can go in there every once in a while and limb some back, and I might possibly come back and actually fall a few of these bigger trees on the edge got to get with the guys and see what they're looking for, and we'll do it as soon as we can. Here's the rest of the video. Here I am picking up the Husqvarna XP. It's a small one. It's a 346, and I didn't know at the time that my priming bubble had just busted on there when I was priming it up. It went ahead and ran. It got warm. Didn't have any problems with it all day. I'm just interested to see. I put some tape over it. Interested to see if that tape will actually make it still run. I think it'll be fine. I just don't want to get anything in my fuel. I don't know anybody who has ever replaced one of those bubbles. We usually just tape them over, but I might look into taping over it. Probably be a good idea to keep the dirt and stuff out. Okay, I'm gonna go back down the road here, trail. Some of those branches are too tall for my little pole saw. This is an example of some of that stuff we're going to push out of the way with the tractor.